Hello everyone, once again Willie Soto bringing you another valuable video to all my owners and friends. I do hope you find yourselves healthy and safe wherever you may be. I can't believe that it's been over a month with this whole COVID-19 safer at home, and I do hope it ends sooner than later because we all got to get back to normal. But once again, this platform was created to keep you informed and up to date, and also to continue to put a face to who you've been working with. I do ask all my owners and friends to please subscribe and share if I bring any value, because more than ever it's important to communicate through these platforms and also stay in touch this way. But I'm also still a phone call away. I could be reached at 626-246-4686. So the topic, what I want to talk to you guys today about is a topic that comes up quite often for me, which is commercial real estate. The effects that COVID-19 is having on the commercial real estate market, and what effects it's going to have after the post-recovery, if there's even going to be a post-recovery for commercial real estate, which I think there is, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Also, if you're not familiar with commercial real estate, there's different areas of commercial, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of different examples of the different type of commercial real estate buildings there is. The first one is multi-family housing, which is 5 units and up, or large apartment buildings. The second one is retail centers. It can be a local retail center or a big mall, such as the ones we used to go shopping to, not right now. Also, you have office buildings, small office buildings, your local office building, or your large downtown LA high-rise office building. You also have warehouses, industrial, storage, and specialty facilities. And maybe I missed a few, but these are just to give you a general idea of commercial real estate. What am I familiar with? What have I had the opportunity to work with? Definitely multi-housing, which is 5 units and up. We manage is retail centers, which is your local retail center, which can include anything from restaurants, general services, salons, barbers, small exercise gyms, and some medical. I also have experience dealing with some office as well, some smaller office buildings. But once again, this video is specifically on what are my thoughts and my opinions. So with that being said, what I feel that it's going to take a big loss, a big hit with this whole COVID-19, it's basically the big developments such as your malls and your large high-rise building, office buildings in downtown LA. Number one, the malls, obviously, because you got big companies that are in there that are not even open. They haven't been producing, so they've taken a major financial hit. So I believe a lot of those companies are going to reinvent themselves. I don't know if they're going to come back, but the losses are already substantial. So those type of businesses, those type of buildings are going to have a major impact. Even your large restaurant chains that are in those retail centers may be fully and completely affected. I don't even know if they're going to be able to recover from this whole COVID-19. The other one, obviously, the office spaces, such as your high-rise buildings in downtown LA. A lot of those tenants, I'm sure, those big tenants, office tenants, have figured out that they can send their employees home and they can work from home and just get as much done without having that big, huge expense of rent liability that they have to pay when they rent those big office buildings. So that those areas of those properties, those commercial properties, are probably going to take a major hit. There's going to be millions of square footage available, and that's going to completely change the market. A lot of those businesses definitely are already reinventing themselves, if they haven't already, or they're going to have to reinvent the way they did business. Those buildings are going to have to get creative to see if they can pull back all those tenants that they lost during COVID-19. If not, there's going to be a lot of empty buildings out there. Okay, and once again, those buildings will have to reinvent themselves. They'll have to create new uses for them. Okay, now the buildings that I feel that may survive this COVID-19, not just because I deal with them, are the smaller retail centers, the smaller offices. There's always going to be a demand for your local, retail center or your small local office center, because they're still essential. Someone still needs an office to go to, whether it's a small or medium size office building. Retail centers, obviously, that hold their independent restaurants and services such as salons and barbers, or your chiropractors, or even exercise facilities. Those will do good, and they will have a post recovery. Obviously, the losses that we've already sustained due to COVID-19, I don't think anybody's gonna fully recover from that. But overall, I feel that's the segment that will come out of this. Okay. Also, the multi-housing. Housing is always needed, no matter what type of market we're in, whether we're in a down market or an up market. Housing, there's always a demand for it. Also, specialty buildings, I feel, are gonna do okay, such as hospitals. I mean, we're gonna need hospitals, banking. They need secure buildings, so those specialty buildings are gonna always be in demand. But again, and I feel that because the smaller buildings, you're going to be working with independent owners. There's going to be flexibility, and owners and tenants will be able to work together. But once again, we all have to reinvent ourselves, the way we do business, even the way, schools, large schools, schools are not coming back until, next year. So there's going to be a lot of reinventing of how we went to work and how we're doing our work. Okay. So just to recap once again, the areas that I feel once again are going to be majorly affected are the large office buildings and large retail centers. Warehousing, there's always going to be a demand. Obviously, now with so much online shopping, there's always going to be a demand for storing. The industrial, it's going to also do good. I mean, for development of product and storage, obviously storage facility and specialty facilities. So once again, I hope I brought a ton of value as far as information on my thoughts and the way I feel commercial real estate is going to be affected now and in the future for post-COVID-19. But once again, I'd like to hear your thoughts. And you can give me a call if you have any questions in regards to commercial real estate. I could be reached at 626-246-4686. And once again, I'll see you at the next video.